isn't comfortable for you, then you can come to cross-legged. We're not going to be here for long, we're just taking a few moments to ground down. Taking the back of the hands onto the lap so the palms are facing up as a gesture of acceptance and allowing. And then just gently closing the eyes for a moment here. Bringing all of your awareness inwards. Tuning into how you are here today. How are you physically feeling, emotionally and mentally? And as you begin to tune into your state of being in this current moment, making yourself an intention here to work at a level that is appropriate for your energy levels. Soften the jaw, soften the muscles around the eyes, and begin to find your breath. Good. On the next inhale, let's begin to blink the eyes open. Walking the hands away from you now, bringing yourself into tabletop, hands under the shoulders, knees into the hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide, ground down into the hands, and we'll come through a few cat-cows here. So let's inhale, lift the heart, draw shoulders back. Exhale, round through, draw belly in and up. Good, moving with the breath. Inhale, lift in the heart space, lift in the hips. And exhale, tucking tailbone under, chin to chest. Just taking one or two more here at your own pace. And once you finish your cat-cows, let's come into a neutral position. We're going to tuck the toes under here, giving our toes a little bit of a stretch. We're going to sit the hips back onto the ankles and come upright. So from here, we're going to warm up the shoulders with an eagle arm. Let's reach the arms out, palms face up, squeeze shoulder blades together, lift the chest for a moment. Opening the heart space. And then exhale, bringing the right arm over left. Reach in an opposite direction so we get a little bit of a squeeze at the chest space, and then press the arms together. Good. You've got a couple of options here. So option one, giving yourselves a nice hug, fingertips find the shoulder blades. Or option two is to bend the elbows and take a bind. So the back of the hands might touch, or you might find the palms touch. Wherever we are, let's relax the shoulders away from ears. Drop the chin to the chest, breathe into the back. Feel your rib cage expand as you inhale. And as you exhale, just soften, release. We'll take one more deep breath here. And then lifting the gaze, we're going to open up the arms, open up the wings, reach through the fingertips, palms face up, little squeeze of shoulders, lift up the chest, and then coming the other way, so left arm on top of right. If at this point you're still tucking your toes and your toes have had enough, feel free to untuck. And then reaching in opposite directions, so there's a little squeeze at the chest, and then pressing the arms together, finding your option, so either a nice hug or taking eagle arms, Garudasana. Lifting elbows, relax shoulders away, and then we're going to drop the chin slightly. Taking 2 deep breaths into the back of the shoulder blades. And inhale, release, open the chest, taking the arms out. And we're going to reach them up and overhead, palms come together, taking the hands to the heart, drawing them down the center line. Resting in Anjali Mudra for a moment, thumbs in this heart space. And then taking the hands down, coming back into tabletop. Right leg's coming out, and we'll ground down through the right toes. And then we're going to tuck the left toes under, and we're going to ease the hips back into our inner thigh stretch. Tucking toes under, exhale, ease hips back. Good. Inhale, come back to center, moving with the breath. Exhale, ease it back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, ease it back. Lovely. From here, coming back to center, untuck the back toes. We're going to walk the hands towards us and we're going to sit the hips down, and hopefully we're in our Shasana, one leg forward fold. So the left foot's going to be the inside of the right leg. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen through the sides of the body, create space in the ribs. Turn to face the right leg's engaged, toes lifting upwards. Exhale, draw tummy in and come into your forward fold. Good. Inhale, drive through, coming back up. A little bit of core activation. Exhale, keeping the right leg engaged, pressing the heel down. Inhale, rise back up. Last one here. Exhale, ease it down. Inhale, rise back up. Keeping the right arm lifted, left hand's coming towards the left heel, point the right toe. Inhale, lift the hips, open the heart space. Exhale, take the hips back down, take your right hand down. So we're going to do this another 3 times. So inhale, rise the hips up, take a nice stretch through your front. Exhale, flow back down. So 2 more times. Can you make the transition even more smooth, a bit more graceful? Take it down. Last one with the breath in your own time. Lovely. Then from here, we're going to take the hands down in front of us, walking the hands forwards, come up onto our knee, shuffle the left foot over to the left, and we should be back in our position where we were to begin with. From here, we're going to then draw the body up. Good. Taking the right hand down, lifting left arm up and over, coming into a side body stretch. Instead of dumping the weight down into the leg, can the arm be light? You might even want to take it away just so the temptation's not there. So we use our core a bit more, use the power in our legs a bit more, really ground down. Good. Inhale, swaying up to center and over to the other side for our supported side plank, reaching through right fingertips. Good. Drawing it back into center, over to the right. Good. Back through to center, over to the left again. Finding softness here, relax the shoulders. Finding fluidity, one more time either side. And then we're going to hold it in side plank. Good. If you want to challenge yourself a bit more, we're going to lift the right toes up. So we begin to flex through, push into your right heel. Firm up through the right leg, through the core, and taking your right leg away. Holding and hovering here. Think about being strong in the hips and the legs rather than dumping the weight down into the right shoulder. So can you come a little bit lighter in the right hand maybe? I'm not saying take it away, but just be a little bit lighter there. Good, and slowly take the right leg down, bringing yourself back up to center and taking the hands back away from you. Lovely. Bringing your knee back in. We're going to do 1 cat-cow to reset. So let's inhale, lift heart space, lift hips. Exhale, round through. Lovely. Coming on to the other side, left leg comes out. Tuck the right toes under. Exhale, ease the hips back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, easing back. Inhale, back to center. Last one. And then coming back to center, we're untucking the right toe. And we're walking the hands towards us. I can't remember which order we did it in now, but it's okay, we'll still do everything. And lifting up. So we're sitting down on the hips and Shasana legs. Turn the body to face the left leg. Left toes drawing up towards you, left leg's engaged. A little bend in the knee if you want to. And then exhale, actively coming into a fold. So we're nice and strong, pushing the right knee down into the ground too. Inhale, rise back up. Good. 2 more here with the breath. So exhale to fold. Keep reaching through fingertips. Inhale to engage and lift up. Last one. Inhale, lifting up. Keeping the left arm lifted, right arm comes down by the hip. Pointing the left toe, we're going to lift the hips. Open up through the front body. As we exhale to take hips down, left hand comes down to the leg. We've got 3 more here, so finding your own pace, your own rhythm. Keep strong in the legs, keep strong in the core. Softness in the shoulders and in your joint spaces. I believe we've got 1 more, but if you've done your 4, then just holding here for a moment. As most of you know, I lose count quite easily. And then releasing the hands down, taking the hands forward, walking them away so we can come back up. Pivot the right foot around to the right, and then we'll bring in our body up so we're nice and tall. Good. Left arm comes down, right arm comes up, and side bend over to left. Remember, everything's engaged, pushing down into the ground, so nice and grounded, light in the arms, so maybe take your left hand away so we're not dumping the weight down. Inhale, flow back to center, over to other side. Good. Inhale, 2 more, full windmills, side to side. Last one here. And then we're going to hold out in our supported side plank when the right hand comes down. Hold here, really reaching through the left fingertips, drawing navel in, firming up through the glutes. And then we're going to flex the left foot so the toes come towards us, firm up through the thigh, maybe lifting the hand away if you want the extra challenge here. Breathe. Lovely, taking the left foot down, windmill the arms back up. Taking the hands down in front of us, come back to our tabletop, wonderful. From here, we're going to take the feet out, so we're in our plank pose. Drawing the tummy in, pushing the hands away. And from our plank pose here, drawing shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through the crown of the head. Let's bend the knees, begin to take the hips back, and then up for down dog. Pedaling out the feet, releasing into heels, the ankles, stretching all the way through the feet, so come high in the tiptoes, finding a space in the toe joints, maybe in the arches of the feet. Good. From here, walking the feet towards the hands, bringing feet under the hips or wherever they feel comfortable. Bend the knees, exhale, forward fold, come into ragdoll, relax head, neck and shoulders. Maybe swaying side to side here, either keeping the arms hanging or you might want to grab hold of the elbows. Good. Let's roll up, so ground down through the feet, bend into the knees, come up 1 vertebrae at a time. All the way up, standing roll, shoulders back and down, good. We're going to come through 1 round of a vinyasa. So I'll give you options to modify as we go along as usual. So ground down into the feet, let's inhale, reach up, taking the gaze up to ceiling. Exhale, hinge from the hips, come down, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen through spine, draw navel in. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, bring the hands down, step, jump or hop into your plank. Good. Knees, chest or chin or baby chaturanga. We won't do full chaturanga just yet. So coming into your option, lowering down with control, shoulders drawing away. And then inhale, baby cobra or full cobra if you feel like you're a little bit warm and ready for it. Just being mindful of how the back feels. And then you can either release back down onto your tummy and then come into down dog or all the way up. Lifting through the hips, coming into your down dog. Come onto your tiptoes, bend the knees, step, jump or hop to the front. Inhale, lift hips, exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up with the breath. And exhale, hands to heart, wonderful. So from here, we're coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. So let's bring the feet together, or if that doesn't feel comfortable under the hips is fine. We're going to bend the knees, scoop the hips under, draw navel in, soften lower ribs in. So you might want to give yourself a bit of feedback, figuring out where the ribs are, so we want them nice and knitted in. And then depending on what your energy levels are like, you can lift your arms up or keep them at heart space. And when you're lifting up, soften shoulders. And you've got the option, yes, parallel can be quite nice, but it's also quite nice to give the shoulders some space. So a wide position for the arms might be beneficial too. Okay. So from here, holding, breathing, maybe sinking into the legs a bit more. Then taking hands to heart. Taking weight into left leg. We're going to point the right foot forward, so a little bit like we did the other day. We're going to half crescent moon the right leg behind, but then we're going to swing it back, lifting the knee up and cross it over. Good. Release. We're going to repeat that another 2 times. So swing it around, keep controlled and strong in the left leg. Swing it back, and then crossing right leg over left. So this is prep for eagle. Last one here, swinging it around. Good, and coming back. Crossing the leg, holding here for a moment, relax shoulders. Maybe sink a little bit lower into the left leg if you can. And then we're going to release the right leg, step it back for high lunge. And wonderful, reach up through the arms, soften the shoulders. Take a deep breath. Taking the arms out wide, coming into eagle arms again, right arm over left. Reaching through the fingertips, squeeze at the chest, and taking the bind or hugging the shoulders. Bend into the front knee a bit more, relax the shoulders, push into the back heel, squeeze the glutes so the lower back's protected. And then we're going to inhale, begin to lift the elbows and maybe lifting the gaze slightly. So come to a very gentle back bend. Nothing too dramatic here, no pinching in the back. Keeping it stable, keeping it controlled and strong. One more deep breath. Good, inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, really strong through the back leg. We're going to dive down with the arms out to the side. So it's like a humble warrior. And then taking the hands down. Step back into your plank. Push through the heels, hands under shoulders. Hips are roughly in line with shoulders. Good. From here, we're going to take the feet together. And we're going to gently rock the hips side to side. So you can do this at your own pace. You can take it nice and slowly. You can go quite quick. The rock side to side can be quite big, or we can make little movements here. Keep breathing. Come back through to center. We're going to come down onto right elbow. Drop over to the right side, coming into side plank, lift the left arm up. Really draw the tummy in. Shoulders away from the ears, lifting the hips up, nice and strong through legs. Breathe. A little bit of quivering's fine. Dig deep, find the power, find the heat. And then slowly take your left hand down, rocking back up, pushing back into high plank. And then option here, child's pose, down dog, or flowing through your version of vinyasa. And then coming back to down dog. Good, we're going to come down onto our knees again. We're going to take right leg out. We're going to walk the hands towards us, sit down into Janu, Shushasana. We're going to take right hand down, inhale, lift left arm up and over. So we're coming into a side bend this time. Good, inhale, lifting back up. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up, point the right toe, lift the hips. Exhale, coming back down. So you can either repeat that heart opening position we've just done, or we can make it a little bit harder by taking the left foot out in front. So we've got the knee bent and the left foot comes out. So this will be like wild thing, but coming from a different angle. So we'll take the left hand down, point the right toes, inhale, reach up the hips. Holding here, it feels good, keep squeezing the glutes. Maybe draw your right shoulder back, open the chest towards the ceiling a little more. Checking in with how your left shoulder feels. And then slowly bringing the hips down. We'll keep the left foot where it is. We're going to take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Maybe bring it a little bit closer. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, side bend. So we're reaching towards the right toes. You might even grab hold and draw the head under. Good, and then inhale, coming back up. Bringing the hands down in front. Oh, wait, sorry. We'll set the left knee back down. Hands down in front, come out the way we came in. Back to tabletop, tuck the toes, coming back into down dog. Bending the knees, gazing forward, step, jump or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise, come up nice and strong, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking 2 deep breaths to ground down here. And then we're coming back into our second Uttanasana chair pose. So bring the feet together or under the hips. Bend in the knees, scoop in the hips under, draw navel in, and really firm up through the thighs, through the glutes, activating the legs. Feel the weight spread evenly through the feet. Good, option to take your arms up if you wish to. Keep sinking, keep breathing. Okay, so we're going to come into our balance and transition from chair pose now. So option to keep your arms up overhead, or you can bring them to heart now. We're going to shift the weight into the right foot, left foot points forwards, and we're going to draw a crescent moon as we bring it behind us, and then drawing it back, lifting the left leg to cross over the right, sink down. So 2 more here, crescent moon. Can you do this without bringing the left foot down, crossing the leg, sinking down? Last one here. Good. And then uncrossing the legs, let's step the left leg back. Inhale, reach the arms up, finding your high lunge. Adjusting your position of your legs here if you feel a little bit unsteady. Bending into the right knee. Squeezing the glutes, making sure the legs are switched on so we're not just collapsing into our lower backs. Good, and then inhale, opening up the arms. Ready for our eagle arms, exhale. Crossing the arms, left over right this time. Reach through the fingertips, squeeze the chest. And then either hugging onto your shoulders or taking the bind. Lift the elbows, relax the shoulders away from ears. Take the hands away from your face. Breathe. Sink into the legs a bit more. And then coming into a very gentle back bend as we begin to lift the elbows, lift the gaze, lift through the upper back. Relax shoulders. Good, we're going to inhale, open up the arms, open up the wings, reach through the fingertips. Firm up through the back legs. The back legs becomes really strong as we lengthen through the body and dive forwards for an active humble warrior. Nice and strong in both legs. Can you keep the body off the right thigh? One more breath. Taking the hands down, step right foot back, come back into plank. Good, we're going to do a little few rocks left to right again here, so taking the feet together, rocking the hips left to right. Remember, if you prefer, you can come into tabletop, drop the knees down, you can still work through the core. Or if the wrists are a bit achy, come down onto elbows. And then coming back through center, dropping left elbow down, rocking onto the left side of the body, so bringing the heels down, reaching the right arm up for side plank. And breathe and hold. Lifting up through the hips. Lifting out through the shoulders, keeping the chest open. One more breath. And then taking the right hand down, lift back up into your high plank. And taking your option, down dog, child's pose or vinyasa. Once we're rolling down dog again, we're going to come back down to knees. And we're going to take the left leg out this time. And we're going to walk the hands back towards us. So we're sitting down in our Janu Shirshasana on the other side. Left hand comes to left leg. Right arm reaches up, reach and lengthen. Exhale, side bend. Lovely, inhale back through center, right hand comes down, pointing left toe, lifting the hips, coming into heart opener. And exhale, releasing back down. So again, we're coming on to the option where we come into wild thing or a version of wild thing, so we can ground down into the right heel. If you wish to take this option, we're going to take the right hand down, inhale, lift up, press up. Holding here wherever you are, whether the knee's down or the foot is down. Squeezing the glutes to lift the hips higher. Pressing the ground actively away from you. And keep breathing. Maybe draw left shoulder back to open the chest up towards the sky a bit more. And then slowly with control, releasing the hips down. From here, left hand's going to find the right ankle. Draw the right foot a little bit closer towards you. Right arm reaches up and then exhale, side bend over towards the left toes. Drawing the right shoulder back. Good. Inhale, let's bring ourselves back up. Set the right knee back down for Janu Shirshasana. Bring your hands down, walk them away as you come back into tabletop. Bringing your knees back under hips. And tuck the toes, lift up for down dog. Good. Coming on to the tiptoes, bend the knees, step hop or jump to the top. And lift the hips, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to put it all together now. We're going to come into Eagle, Garudasana, and we're going to come into Wild Thing, Flip Dog as well. So from here, let's sink down into legs, come back into chair pose, Utkatasana. We're going to do the arms first this time, so let's take the arms out wide. We'll take right arm over left. Bending at the elbows, taking your option of eagle arms. Hopefully you found it by now. And then we're going to shift the weight into the right leg, lift up the left, and we're going to cross it over. So as always, you've got options with the leg here. You can keep it crossed, you can tap the left toes down, or you can wrap the left toes around your right calf. Again, once you've got your leg option, your arm option, focus, breathe, feel grounded. Maybe sink a little bit deeper into the legs. Tucking the tailbone under, drawing navel in, relax shoulders, taking the hands away from face. Keeping the arms where they are, we're going to unwrap the legs, step the left leg back, come back into high lunge with your eagle arms, lift up through the chest. And then inhale, unwrap the arms, take them wide, open the wings, open the heart space. Exhale, dive down, hold and hover. Really pushing and driving into your back heel. And then exhale, taking the hands down. We're going to swoop right leg all the way up for 3 leg down dog.
So actively pressing the ground away from you, spreading the fingers wide, lifting the hips high, squeezing the glutes to lift the right leg high. Good, we're going to bend the right knee, open up the hips. And then if you wish to come into Wild Thing, we pivot the left foot, heel comes to the left, and then begin to allow the right foot to drop behind us, lift the hips, lift the right hand. Otherwise, just staying in 3-leg down dog or just normal down dog. Of course, child's pose is always an option too. And then let's brace ourselves as we come back through. Keeping the right knee to chest, we're going to step it forwards, lower the left knee down. Good, coming into a lizard pose here, both hands to the inside of the right foot. Lift up the chest. You might want to heel toe, sorry, it's the right foot. I might have confused you. Heel toe the right foot out to the right. You might want to come up onto your fingertips as we've done a little bit of heart opening today, so broaden through the collarbones a bit more, create space in heart. And then let's tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, let's release back into down dog. Option here, vinyasa, child's pose or down dog or anything else. And then when you're in down dog, let's bend the toes, bend the knees, stretch and pull hop to the front. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, and then inhale, rise back up. Last little bit here, exhale, hands to heart. Good, let's take a breather here, hands in and gently move to relax the shoulders. Dig deep for the last little bit. Come back into chair pose, Uttanasana. Feel grounded in the feet, maybe you can take it a little bit lower. And then reaching the arms out. Left arm over right this time, reach through the fingertips, bend the elbows, finding your eagle arms. Drop shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to take the weight into the left foot, pick up the right knee, hook it over. So either just right foot will hover, maybe tap the toes down, or maybe hook the toes behind your left calf. Sink a little bit lower into the legs, relax your shoulders. Find your drishti, so this is our gaze point, our point of focus. Soften the jaw. Keeping the arms where they are, we're going to slowly, with control, unravel the right leg, step it behind us, high lunge. Come into a little bit of a heart opener as we lift up the chest. And then releasing the arms, taking them wide, reach with the fingertips. Leading with the heart space, begin to dive forwards. Nice and active in both legs. One more breath. Wonderful. Take the hands down to the inside of the, Step the left leg all the way back into the 3-leg down dog. Weight even in both hands, squeeze the glutes, lift the left leg, keep the hips high, relax the head. Bending left knee, open the hips out to the side. So really squeezing the foot towards your bum. And then if you want to come into Wild Thing, we drop the right heel over to the right. Pivot through the hips, let the foot drop behind you and reach up and overhead. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Actively press the ground away from you with the feet and the hand. One more breath here. And then slowly with control, coming back, left knee in chest. And then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. And then lower the right knee down. There we go, lizard pose. I nearly brought you into lizard a bit prematurely then. Taking a few breaths, finding your version of lizard. So if you fancy, please feel free to come down into your elbows, make it a little bit deeper.
You can make it a bit stronger and active by lifting the back heel, squeezing the glutes. Otherwise, we'll repeat what we did last time, coming up onto the fingertips, creating space across the collarbones, creating space for the heart, relaxing the shoulders, length up through the crown of the head. And breathe. Beautiful. Let's settle back down, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. We're going to release into down dog for a moment. And then we're coming onto the tiptoes, take the knees wide, bring them down, untuck toes, come into child's pose. Just noticing how the body feels here, the temperature of the body, the breath, the heart rate, any pulsing or tingling in the hands. Notice how it feels to rest here, feeling all that energy that's circulating through us now. Relax the shoulders, allow yourself to sink a little bit deeper into the earth. Lovely. And then keeping the gaze soft as we bring our awareness inwards. You might even want to keep the gaze to the ground or the eyes closed. We're going to walk the hands towards us as we come up to sit onto the ankles. We're going to bring the knees together, shuffle the hips over to one side, swinging the legs around. And then we're going to come into a Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So feel free to sit on a cushion or against a wall, or if you prefer, coming into a supine version, so lying down for this. Otherwise, joining me by bringing the soles of the feet together. We'll create more of a diamond shape, so we're going to finish with a little fold here. So feet away from you. And then you can have your arms resting on top of the legs, or if you want to, you can thread them underneath with the palms facing up, just like we started our practice. Gesture of acceptance and allowing. And then allow yourself to round through the back, relax the head, the neck, the shoulders. Maybe closing the eyes. Deepening the breath. So we've done a lot of big, expressive postures, opening the heart space, shining our heart energy out into the world. So now we're just drawing it back in. Allowing it to absorb, allowing the body to rest. And then slowly lifting back up and threading the arms, bringing the knees back together, shuffling yourself towards the top of the mat, and we'll come down to lie on our back. So you can either come down using your elbows, or if you want to use a bit of core control, reaching forwards, draw navel in, keep your ribs in, and come down, nice and slowly. When you're there, let's bend the knees, taking the feet a little bit wider than hip width, maybe tilt the pelvis under and just settle the lower back down, so we feel nice and grounded with the back of the body. And then taking the arms out shoulder height, palms facing up, rest the shoulders, open the chest, closing the eyes, and exhale, let's drop the knees over to the right. If it feels good, take gaze over to left. Be mindful how it feels in the neck, otherwise you can keep the gaze neutral, head neutral. If you want the twist a little deeper, you can bring a right foot on top of left knee. This will find a stretch in your lower back, your left hip, and maybe into the psoas, which is a deep muscle. And just connecting back to a bit of stillness, a bit of quiet before you continue with your day.
Last drops of the practice here. And slowly bring your head back to centre, unhooking your right foot. Rock the knees back up to centre. Take a moment here, might pick up the hips, realign your spine again, maybe a little shuffle, a little wiggle of the shoulders. And then we'll come on to the other side when you're ready, dropping knees over to left. Again, if it feels good in the neck, take the gaze over to the right so the twist comes all the way through the spine. And then if you want a bit more from your twist here, bringing your left foot on top of right knee. And tuning back into your breath. Maybe inviting the breath to come a bit deeper down into the belly. Good. Slowly bringing head back to centre, unhooking the feet, bring the knees back to centre, picking up the hips for a moment, then setting them back down. And let's affectionately draw our knees into the chest, giving ourselves a good hug. Take it a little rock side to side, keeping the gaze soft or the eyes closed for just a few moments longer. When you're ready, let's roll onto our right side. Maybe make a pillow with your hand here, just taking a moment to pause, signalling to the body your practice has come to an end. Taking the opportunity here just to say thank you to your body. When you're ready, let's slowly pushing ourselves back up into seated, coming into cross-legged position of your choice, bringing the hands to heart, sit nice and tall, relax the shoulders back and down. Then we're going to rub the palms together, finding our yang energy back. And the palms are nice and warm. Let's take them over our eyes and breathe in. And then part the fingers, flutter the eyes, allowing a little bit of light back in. And closing the eyes again, closing the palms, drawing them back down the centre line to rest into our heart space and our Hatha chakra. And to finish and seal our practice here today, we're going to take a big breath together, so pushing the heart into the thumbs. And as you exhale, pushing the thumbs back towards the heart. Thank you all very much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you. Let me just unmute you.